y'all doing today? Welcome to another episode of Synergy Talks. I'm Mr. J Synergy, bringing late breaking news to y'all. Today's edition is going to be about the late breaking Houston quarterback, Mr. Deshaun Watson. Seems that two of the accusers have actually came out publicly and made statements against Mr. Deshaun Watson, alleging that he had appropriate misconduct during the massage sessions. This is a continuing story, late breaking developments. Apparently one of the victims out of the two has actually went to the cops, so we're going to see how this unfolds. I have all the information. Once again, this is a continued update on the situation. Two of the accusers have went to the cops and came to the media publicly about the situation with Mr. Deshaun Watson. He's still innocent until proven guilty. I have no opinion on it. It's just looking pretty, it's not looking good for him right now. I mean, one or two people, that's one thing, but to clear your name with 22 different women, it's going to be a long fight. This could possibly be the last time that we ever see Deshaun Watson playing on the football field. It was last year with the Houston Texans, the way things are looking between the suspensions that they're going to have to face, excuse me, y'all, and all the stuff that he got to go through legally with litigations and civil cases and money he got to spend and all this type of thing. Then his reputation. In addition to that, Nike has canceled this contract and endorsement deal with Deshaun Watson. So this is just a loss for him and very unfortunate all the way around the board. And to the victims, if this did occur, it's very unfortunate that y'all had to deal with this situation. And hopefully everything does come through on the judicial end and you do get what you deserve. So at any rate, we got to stick to the facts, but it is 22 women and it could be possibly more, but for sure 22 women and counting. And two of them have actually came out publicly and released their names as well as statements. Excuse me. So I'm going to continue to bring this news to you. This is Mr. J Synergy. Much love to everybody out there who continues to view my content. Continue to like, share, subscribe, support. Continue to keep your eyes, ears, and everything else open and focus out here. Don't live in the matrix. And always remember that the fall will always be harder than the come up. So with that being said, make sure y'all continue to view to the end of the video. This is actually the footage from the developments with Mr. Deshaun Watson. It's Mr. J Synergy reporting. Peace.
Two of the 22 women who have filed lawsuits against Deshaun Watson went public with their identities during a news conference yesterday, speaking out about the alleged inappropriate behavior from the Texans quarterback. Ashley Solis read a statement about her experience, and then a lawyer representing Lauren Baxley read a statement on her client's behalf. Take a listen.
I am a survivor of assault and harassment. Deshaun Watson is my assaulter and my harasser. Deshaun Watson assaulted and harassed me on March 30th, 2020, in my own home, doing what I love most, massage therapy.
When you confirmed that you were ready for your massage, I entered the room and was both shocked and sickened to find you completely nude, face down. I did not want to touch you, but my terror kept me in autopilot, and I continued to the best of my ability to give you therapeutic treatment. But at this point, it was clear that's not what you were seeking.
Hard to watch. Shannon, what impact will these public statements have?
I think where we are right now, Skip, everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. But I think because the pendulum was so far one way before the Me Too movement, Skip, is that the man always got the benefit of the doubt and the woman was never believed. And now the pendulum has swung so far, everybody automatically believes that she's telling the truth and no one wants to believe the man. So I think the thing for me is that, Skip, what I try to do when I hear a case, I always pretend like I'm a juror. I try to hold out, I try to withhold one way or another. Let me hear everything. Let me hear all the facts. I don't want to get caught up in a victim's impact statement because you got to be careful with that, Skip, because they're crying and they're emotional and maybe they've been traumatized. So I don't want to jump to any conclusion. And so what I'm going to do, I'm staying right here in the middle. Everybody's going to have their day in court now. We know who some of these women are. They're gonna have to give their statement to Deshaun's investigators, and I don't know if they turn the statement over to the police. I'm sure the police investigators, and they're gonna have to do all that. But for me, Skip, I'm not so sure that there are some that says he did it. There's some over here that says, nah, I don't know about all that. And then there's some that says, okay, I'm just gonna wait and see. But I think what Deshaun has working against him is just the sheer volume. And they're telling the very similar story. It's almost like a MO, modus operandi. That's the method in which you operate. He did this. He says, okay, I need a massage. And when they get there, and I guess that's for lack of a better word, I guess allure is such a sordid meaning behind it. But I guess that's how he gets the women to come to him, or he is allowed to go into their space by the massage. But for me, Skip, I'm gonna stay right where I am. I'm gonna give Deshaun the benefit of the doubt, although it's getting harder and harder because more and more women are coming forward. And so I'm gonna wait till he has his day in court. I'm gonna wait till Rusty Harden, his investigator, get an opportunity to talk to these women. Because I'm sure, look, the lady, one of the attorneys was reading a statement that she was that one of the massage therapists was upset that Deshaun was naked on the table. For me, I would just say, well, Deshaun, I don't do naked massages, and so this commences this session. And but for whatever reason, she said she felt paralyzed by fear. Autopilot took over. Like I said, I've never been an assault victim, so Skip, I can't speak to that, what transpires in a woman's body or how trapped they seemed at the time. But for me, I'm not gonna get caught up into the victim's impact statement, because I think I'm gonna give Deshaun the benefit of the doubt till he has his day in court. And then whatever they decide, I'm gonna live with that also.
Okay. I hear you. We are still trying this case in the court of public opinion.
But that's what they want.
That, for now, is what this is. Hopefully, they'll have their days, as you say, in real court.
Yes.
These are all still accusations and allegations.
Correct.
But I must say, as just a viewer, just a bystander watching this unfold, that testimony that we just saw on camera from Ashley Solis was compelling and convincing. And immediately, Rusty Harden, now the attorney for Deshaun Watson, a celebrity attorney who's defended athletes at the highest levels, immediately responded that Ashley Solis was one of the women who came forward early on and sought $100,000 in what Rusty Harden termed hush money. The point of that is, money or no money, that does not diminish the fact that she says that she was so psychologically and emotionally damaged from her encounter with Deshaun that is still deeply affecting her life. So let's not diminish that as just seeking hush money. And to your point, we now have 22 civil cases filed. We have reportedly another woman who went straight to the police with her allegations. And just the gravity, the mass of the impact
of women that's coming forward
is disturbing at the very least. And it doesn't look good for Deshaun.
No.
And by the way, Nike has now suspended their endorsement deal with Deshaun.
Right.
No big shock there. And after these two women have come forward and gone public with their allegations yesterday, it obviously increases the pressure on the National Football League to do something. And we both said they're in a tough spot here because they're sort of waiting to see how it's playing out.
Well, I read that the NFL said they're investigating to talk to the women.
Okay.
But Skip, if the NFL is going to intervene, it's going to be more than 2 games.
Well, the first order of business might be to put Deshaun on that exempt list, just to take him out of the NFL mix for a while, to say, you're there until we figure out exactly where this is all headed.
Correct.
And I think we all believe that Deshaun's tradability is getting close to zero at this moment.
Yes.
Until this all sorts of
Yeah, they're going to probably end up having to give him away. What they thought they could get 3 first-round picks, Skip, they're going to be in a situation where they're going to be asking you, like, if you come pick him up, you can have him.
Okay. And to your point about a suspension, if in fact the Houston Texans do want to hang on to him and want him to be their franchise quarterback, there's been a lot of, obviously,
Yeah, I
PR
don't think
damage
I think he's gonna have to get a change of venue. I don't think he can stay there. I don't think he can be in the state in Houston. I don't think he can be in the state of Texas. I think that's over. Especially with all these allegations that's coming out. And Skip, you make a very compelling point. Allegation is not guilt. So let's just let it play out. And I understand, Skip, there's a lot of women saying, a lot of them saying the very same thing of how it happened and what transpired. But for me, that's just an accusation.
Okay. And both of these women yesterday expressed that they had some shame that they didn't come forward sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And that is often the case with victims.
Right.
So keep all of that in perspective, because it's difficult. We're on a debate show here, so there's nothing to debate here.
No, we're not, no.
But this is also a very important story.
Yeah.
And
this is serious.
it is extremely serious.
And where we are now, Skip, and where we probably should have always been.
Yeah.
Where we are now, there's no more, she knew or she dressed and she had it. There's none of that. There's none of that position of power. And if you're in a position of power, that you should use that power. And so for me, it's just hard because, like I said, what we thought we knew about Deshaun Watson. How well do you actually know a person, Skip? How well do we? We thought we did, and he still might be the guy that we thought we knew. But there's a lot of, but this is that he put himself in a very, he put himself in this position. He did. And so,
I told you the first day, I was a Deshaun fan as a quarterback on the field.
Right.
And if you brought me a list of 100 NFL players the first day this story broke and said, which of these players would be involved in this, I would have ranked Deshaun at the bottom of that list, and I would have been wrong.
Right. So it's sad. I hate the women. This is true. They had to go through this. If it's not true, I hate Deshaun has been dragged for this. But he's never Skip. He'll never be the Deshaun Watson